I haven't. Today is May 1st, and just wanted to walk it through my garden. It's been raining a lot, so I haven't had to do any watering. But for the past week, it hasn't been any rain, so thought I'd come out and water. So, of course, as I come out, just kind of want to show you I have my nasteriums, which are really pretty edible flowers that are going to happen. And they also, they're just pretty colored. So I actually have them on the corners of my plot. So I have them on both corners. I even have some at the house as well. And of course, here's my green onion. And this is so pretty. This is this one it's too hot. They don't really like heat. So now it's starting to what we call bolt. And as it bolts, you'll notice that the seeds, they will start to seed up. And this is how you actually get your seeds for onions. It will actually dispense its own. So this area right here may actually do a whole bunch of bolting and do a whole bunch of just kind of stay around. Now, this area is delegated for my tomato plant. I was supposed to get a tomato plant from a client who I had helped start some seeds, but they decided to plant all of the seeds in their garden, which was about 6. So that means that they would have 6 tomato plants, which would probably completely overrun their garden. But we'll see what happens. But I'll probably end up just going and getting, starting my own seed, or just getting a transplant and put it in there to get started. I'll probably do cherry tomatoes. That's the main one that I really eat anyway. And I don't know if I told you, but I pretty much decided to just dedicate this middle part of my garden this year to my grandmother. So what I did, instead of planting lots of greens and lots of peppers and different things like I would normally do, I actually planted a tea garden here. So it's herbs, which looks like the only herb that's showing up right now is the dill. And also looks like a little bit of the chamomile is starting to come up, which is a pretty flower once it shows up. But what I also did was I planted melons. So I have watermelon. So I have 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 watermelon, and I'll probably pull one of those up and transplant it a little bit further down. But I kept it in the middle because what I found is that melons like sun, and the past years I've realized my melons were kind of around big leafy vegetables that would take over and give them shade. So that's why I kind of put them in the middle and I'll let them run wherever they want to go and not have to worry about it. My cantaloupe, that's the only one I have right now. This one isn't showing up, so I think it may just not have. So what I will do is probably just move one of the watermelons over here. And then I have some flowers. So I planted some bulbs, so I have those that are coming up. These that are coming up right here are gladiolas, and of course I can't remember what the other ones are right now off the top of my head. And in the middle here, I actually planted a squash plant that runs versus bushes. So we'll see. I may end up moving it because I actually wanted my squash over here, but I'm not seeing anything happen. So because I'm not seeing anything happen, I will probably just transplant that once it's good to go and move it over to this area. And so here's my nasteriums again here. I had planted lettuce here, but again it's getting hot. I think it was 80s today, and lettuce doesn't really like heat like that. They like cool So spring is really good if you want to do lettuce and things like that. I have some Swiss chard that I'm not eating, but something's eating it. And I don't know, I still don't know what I'm going to do over here. Oh, I planted a cucumber, a bushy cucumber, because I don't want it to run. So it's supposed to be a bush, which would be nice if it grows. And for some reason, I feel like the last time I came out here, it was here and now it's not. But I think I actually was seeing this. And this over here is supposed to be a squash as well. So of course, squash is big in the summer. This year, I'm not, and here's some more flowers that I've set up. So I've just kind of set them up, around the barrier here, this little area. And looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing, how everything shows up. That's the fun part about gardening, is that one moment nothing's happening, and then the next moment you start to see life. And it's basically a true representation of life. You work really hard. No one sees what's going on behind the scenes, which is kind of, no one knows what's going on underneath this soil. But as soon as it pops up, you start to reap the benefits of all of the hard work, which is, watering and nurturing any dream or anything that you have going on. So keep gardening your soil and your life. If you have any questions or anything for me, please let me know. Leave me a comment. And I am out. Have a good one.